Hi everybody, today I am so excited. I have Alice Williams here with Honestly Fitness, an honest look at health, fitness, and everything in between. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, of course. It's great to be here with you, Katie.
Yeah. So it has been so incredibly hot this summer.
Yes.
And I feel like everyone, come May, they're all revved up with their fitness goals and everything, and then the heat of the summer comes and people start to lose their motivation. So what advice do you give to all of us out there who are having that midsummer losing motivation phase?
So honestly, my number one tip is to work out in the morning. Go with your spouse, go with a group of friends, go before it gets hot and before you can think about it. I really like to prepare my workout clothes the day before. I have it by the foot of the bed. Just grab it, change into it, and go.
That's a great idea, because then the first thing you see are the clothes, so it keeps you like motivated, like, oh, I have this goal.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'll be in the car when you start to have doubts, but you're already there, you're dressed, and it's like, just go and get it done with. I would recommend doing some sort of a water sport activity, whether it's just going to the pool and doing laps or doing like water flutter kicks or something like that, or even paddle boarding. That's a super fun one. I know it's not something everyone can do every day, but even if you're just going and getting active in the weekends, doing paddle boarding or kayaking or something, you're still getting a great workout.
Currently, your summer workouts, you do paddle boarding. What else do you do?
Yeah, I like to go out and go paddle boarding once a week or every other week, kind of just depends on my schedule. I will go to the gyms in the morning 3 or 4 times a week, and I've honestly just gotten into the habit. I think that's one of the biggest things that that people can sometimes get discouraged about is, oh, I need motivation to create this habit. A lot of times it's purely discipline and just telling yourself or telling your loved ones or someone you can keep accountable to, I am going to do this. And then you do it, and then it becomes a habit, and you have these phases of motivation where you're really motivated and maybe you go 6 times a week, and then you're less motivated and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go 2 times a week. But as long as you're getting in and you're staying somewhat consistent, I honestly think that's what's most important.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think consistency is the key, because I feel like so many people, this is very true with New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
They'll start something, and then the second they slow down or they stop, they feel like it's over and they get discouraged. And so I love your advice to just keep going and have that discipline.
Something I've been really consistent about is making sure I get to the gym early in the morning. I'll go 3 or 4 times a week. So even if I don't get to go paddle boarding or hiking or something else, like I know that I've fit in my workouts throughout the week, so I don't feel guilty or anything like that. Although you really shouldn't ever feel guilty if you have to miss a week of workouts. Like, life happens, and you're still healthy and alive and hopefully walking a lot throughout the day.
Yeah, just get back on that bandwagon.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're so hard on ourselves though, and I totally agree with you. I think like if you miss a day or a week, totally give yourself that pass and then just rev it back up the following week.
Exactly.
With the summer months, what advice do you give us as far as like our eating habits go?
Yeah, so for the summer months, definitely take advantage of seasonal produce. If you have a farmer's market like we do in Salt Lake City, go to your farmer's market and experiment. Buy vegetables you normally wouldn't. Look up recipes that involve these vegetables and make it a priority that you're trying out a new recipe and a new vegetable or fruit every week.
That's a fun idea.
Yeah, that's honestly my number one tip, and you can also sign up for a CSA box. I cannot remember what it stands for, but essentially you get a big box of vegetables and fruits either delivered or you go and pick it up, and it'll just have a huge range of vegetables and fruits that are in season. And I know that some of my friends that have signed up for it have really appreciated it because it's forced them to try out new recipes and to get familiar with unfamiliar produce.
So has there been anything that you've gotten that you've really liked or you've made a great recipe with?
Yeah, so I think this is actually seasonal to winter, but again, it just kind of adds to my point on trying seasonal produce. I tried celery root for the first time last year, and that is a very strange vegetable to come across in the supermarket, but I I bought it and I made celery root mash, and it was actually really delicious. But as for summer, I mean, I'm a huge fan of watermelon, always have been, always will be. So I always go back to watermelon, like just eating it straight, like, you know, cubing it and eating it, or making like a watermelon mint juice with it.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
It's so yummy, and with like a spritz of lime, it's
Ooh,
amazing.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
So do you have any summer fitness goals that you're working towards?
Yeah, so actually I've been super lax this whole year. I kind of took a break from like counting my macros, which is something I typically do to keep my weight in check, and I was like, I'm just gonna take a break and eat whatever I want. But 7 months later, I've been doing that, and I'm like, okay, like I've been very consistent with my workouts, but for me, my goal is to really nail my diet back in again. I would say I'm still healthy, I just have been eating bigger portions and indulging a little more on cocktails and fried chicken, all those delicious foods. So one of my goals is definitely to start minimizing my portions again, and just realizing that I don't have to give up anything necessarily. I think that's something that's really daunting to a lot of women, like, oh, I need to start being healthy again, I can't have gelato or whatever. Like, it's fine to have it, just don't be like me and eat whatever you want for 7 months.
Yeah, I tend to have this 80-20 rule where if
Yeah.
80% of the time I'm healthy, then 20% of the time I can eat whatever I want. And I'm really bad with ice cream and then cocktails.
Oh,
Those are my
same.
2 sins. Yeah,
Those are my
so
weaknesses too.
Definitely, yeah. I hope Alice has given you some advice on how to stay motivated during the summer, and maybe some great ideas. I want to try the watermelon mint drink. That sounds fabulous.
So yummy.
But please check her out on Honestly Fitness. I will have a link available to all of you. And I hope that you all are enjoying your summer. Thanks again.
Of course, have a wonderful summer.
You too.
I'm so sorry, would you
You're
mind
okay.
helping me?
No,
I'll like
of course
pull
not.
this out. Thank you.
There we
Bloopers. Oh no.
I have many of them.